The fragile ceasefire between rival factions in southern Syria. Earlier in the weekend, there were deadly clashes, but as today, things appear to be holding. Our correspondent Thomas Moore takes a closer look at the factions involved in the fighting.
Syria is deeply divided as it emerges from nearly 14 years of civil war. The deadly sectarian clashes in Sueda in the south of the country highlight its fragile stability and threaten to derail attempts to rebuild the fractured nation. In December, former ruler Bashar al-Assad was toppled from a lightning-quick rebel offensive led by Islamist groups. A former jihadist, Ahmed al-Sharaa, took over as president, vowing to protect minorities. But reconciling Syria's deep-rooted divisions has proved no easy task. There are still simmering tensions after the long civil war. In March, clashes in coastal provinces killed hundreds of people from the Alawite minority to which Assad belonged. Then, in April, violence broke out in Sueda in the south of the country between Druze militia groups and Syria's new security forces, with dozens killed. The current fighting has again been centred on Sueda, this time between Druze fighters and Bedouin tribes, with several hundred killed. So who are the two groups? There are almost 700,000 Druze people in Syria, with more in Lebanon, Israel and the occupied Golan Heights. Their faith is an offshoot of Shia Islam. Some Druze groups are opposed to government security forces in the region, and Israel launched airstrikes in their support. The Bedouin are another minority in Syria, also numbering around 700,000. They are Sunni Muslims and are traditionally nomadic tribes that have inhabited deserts around the region for centuries. They are seen as loyal to the new Syrian government.
It's very difficult when you have so many ethnic groups and militia for anybody to create a state of nationhood, especially if one of those groups has been installed in power in preference to other groups. This new government doesn't have the trust of any of the minorities because of its history as a terrorist organization, and it's very likely to struggle to achieve peace in the region.
There is now an uneasy ceasefire brokered by the United States, with government and Bedouin forces withdrawing from Sueda and Israel holding off from further attacks. The UK and US are concerned the clashes could destabilise the nation. President Trump met the new leader in May, lifting sanctions, and the UK Foreign Secretary was recently in Damascus. The countries see the al-Shara government as the best chance of preventing a security vacuum. The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio tweeted, "If authorities in Damascus want to preserve any chance of achieving a unified, inclusive and peaceful Syria free of ISIS and Iranian control, they must help end this calamity by using their security forces to prevent ISIS and any other violent jihadists from entering the area and carrying out massacres." A stable peace still looks a long way off for a nation rebuilding from a vicious civil war. Thomas Moore, Sky News.